Hi, you guys. It's Yaz, and today I'm going to talk about what a lot of people don't talk about, how the narcissist wants to kill you and the ways that they want to kill you. The narcissist wants to slowly kill you, and they're going to do it by stressing you out, okay? This is how the narcissist is going to kill you, all right? Because unless you're dealing with a malignant narcissist who put their hands on you, a lot of narcissists don't want to go to jail. They don't want police involved or anything like that, all right, because they don't want to ever get in trouble for anything. So instead, they're going to slowly torture you. This is what these narcissists will do. They'll slowly torture you because of their hatred for you. So they're going to stress you out. And what is that going to do? That's going to raise your cortisol levels, right, in your body, raise your adrenaline, all right? And what eventually happens to people that become stressed out when they have to deal with a narcissist? They could get heart attacks, they could get strokes, they can get cancer, they can get autoimmune diseases, all right? All of this stress that this narcissist is putting on you is slowly going to kill you, all right? A lot of people leave the narcissist and they find out they get cancer, they got a heart attack, they get a stroke because of all that they've endured by the stress of the narcissist, okay? That narcissist wants you to fall to pieces. They want you depressed. They want you anxious. They want you popping antidepressant pills and thinking that you're the problem, okay? And people come back and they say, well, why do they want that? Well, they have a deep-rooted anger, okay? A deep-rooted anger and hatred towards you. And it could be for a number of one reasons why they hate you. They hate you because they hate themselves and they've got to take it out on somebody else. They're miserable, so instead of blaming themselves, they've got to blame someone else. They also could hate you because maybe you've challenged them. They could hate you because maybe they feel you didn't live up to their expectations because they fantasize that you were supposed to be something that you're not. So they grow hatred for the people that they're with. And the longer you're with the narcissist, the more you're at risk of having major health issues, you guys. I've seen people get thyroid issues, all right? I've seen people have strokes, have heart attacks, end up getting high blood pressure, okay? So you have to understand something. The narcissist may know they can't physically hurt you because, like I said before, they may not want to go to jail, but they could stress you out. All right. They could stress you out. They could make you, really, they could give you migraines. There's a whole host of different illnesses and diseases that your body may end up getting because of the high level of stress. You know how many diseases are caused by stress? And you're around this person who's doing everything they can to be counterproductive. See, narcissists don't work with you. They work against you, especially when it comes to parenting. They counterparent. They don't work smoothly with you to raise children. They hate your guts, okay? So because let's say you got divorced and you have kids. That's a narcissistic injury. They want to make you pay for that kind of injury from the divorce, all right? Because it's always your fault. They don't take any accountability. And maybe one of the ways they try to torture you is by dragging you to court for years, okay? Make you spend money, torture you in court with their lawyers, all right? That's going to stress you. That's one way they'll stress you out. I'm going to talk about other ways that the narcissist stresses you out. Here's another thing that narcissists could do. They can make you feel like you're going crazy. One of the things that narcissists do, and I've seen this, and people have also told me about this as well, they'll move things around in the house, okay? And they'll do it deliberately. and you're like looking for something. Like you may ask them, oh, did you see my shirt or something? And they'll say, no, I didn't see it. I didn't see it. They'll move it around because they want you to think that you're going crazy. They may hide it or something. These are the crazy, sick games of the narcissist to make you lose your mind. The narcissist wants you to lose your mind. They want you to think that you're going crazy. And people say, well, why do they want to do that? That is crazy, right? Well, they want to do that because then they have power over you, power and control. Now you're going to doubt yourself. You're going to always think that you're wrong. And they may have seen a light in you, your spiritual light, and they want to break it down by breaking down your mind. This is how people can destroy you, by breaking down your mind. All right? Make you sad, make you depressed, give you anxiety. This is how the narcissist is going to break you down. All right? That's why you've got to be of sound mind and sound body. It's very difficult, but you have to have a strong mind, all right? You have to not waver or doubt yourself. You have to trust your intuition. The way they stress you out, you guys, is a couple of different ways. One, like I told you before, they could take you in and out of court, drive you crazy that way. They could, move things around in the house, and they could gaslight the shit out of you. Gaslighting is one of the biggest tools of the narcissist. They do it all over the place. They do it all over the media. They have gaslit almost over half this country, all right, from gaslighting. That's how powerful gaslighting is. People don't even know what the fucking truth is anymore because they've been gaslit so bad by the media, and they've been groomed to hate thy neighbor, hate each other. You've got people fighting with each other. Why? Because of all the gaslighting from the media, where, depending on what media source you listen to, you're going to be arguing with each other. Because the people that listen to the media that is tainted, that is not giving the truth, are the people that are, believing it and getting angry at the other people that do listen to legitimate media sources, all right? You see the confusion that could be caused just by gaslighting? You see why I tell you guys all the time, gaslighting is the secret weapon, the most powerful weapon of the narcissist, all right? So they do it even in personal relationships with gaslighting. They tell you you're crazy. They tell you you're sensitive. They tell you it didn't happen that way. They tell you, I don't remember what happened. They use the amnesia card. This is your covert narcissist. Okay? And you sit there, and what do? You think. All of this brain energy is draining your brain, raising your cortisol levels, driving you crazy. Did it happen like that? Maybe I got this wrong. Did they cheat? Maybe they didn't cheat. You're sitting there, they're turning you into a fucking detective. All of this is stressing you the fuck out, okay? Raising your cortisol levels, and I got news for you. These narcissists, these creepy narcissists are going to make you sick, okay? They're going to slowly kill you from all the stress that they're causing you. This is why you got to get away from these people. They're the ones who are sick in the head with all their twisting of the truth. They're blame shifting on you and making you think that you have mental issues. Not today, Satan, because I'm focused and I know who the fuck I am. All right. So when you see somebody that tries to play these games on you, tries to gaslight you, tries to treat you like a jerk, like you don't know what you saw or what you heard, you you disengage right away and you like, that I'm out, okay? You let that narcissist know you're not going to play those games, okay? You trust yourself. You trust your intuition. You trust your gut, because your gut is God's way of telling you that something isn't right, and you better trust it. And you're going to have narcissists that come back at you and tell you, oh, you can't trust your gut. You know, your gut lies and everything like that. Anybody that tells you that is dirty, okay? And I'm speaking from experience, because I've dealt with people like that, where they actually told me, "Oh, you can't trust your gut. You know, your gut is wrong. You know your gut is wrong." This person was trying to manipulate me, trying to get me to not trust myself and what I heard and what I saw, okay? But I knew better from my life experience that this person was a dirty narc, all right? So, but if you don't have that experience, you don't have that education, you could fall victim into thinking that you are crazy, all right? And the other way that they're going to drive you crazy, raise your cortisol levels, is by constantly, not only gaslighting you guys, but by constantly, raging out, fighting with you, getting you to a point where you're walking on eggshells, because you're afraid to say anything to the narcissist for fear of them either raging out, maybe even breaking things if you're dealing with a malignant or violent narcissist, or if you're dealing with the covert narcissist, every time you try to bring something up to them, they shut you down. They stonewall you. They walk out on you. They don't even let you finish a sentence, all right? Or they go into a silent treatment. So you're walking on eggshells, because these people won't even listen to you. They won't even validate you or hear you out. Why? Because they don't want to take the accountability. They don't want to face the shame. So covert narcissists, they run. This is what these cowards do. They run, all right? And then they slowly try to torture you with silence. So, they're horrible. And this is how they slowly chip away at you. They're going to chip away at your self-esteem, chip away at your mind, make you think that you got it wrong, because they're relentless. They're relentless. Like, it's like sometimes, like when you argue with an overt or malignant narcissist, they don't stop. Even they'll sit there and they will repeat the same lie over and over and over again, to the point where you finally give up because you're so exhausted. They beat you down by being, relentless in not letting go. And so they exhaust you. They tire you out. You're fatigued. These people suck the life out of you. All right. Not only is your brain tired and overworked, but your body is overworked from arguing with them night and day, because they'll always, tell you you're wrong, or they'll blame you for everything. So what happens to people is they walk around in silence as to keep the peace with the narcissist. Now they have silenced you. Now you're afraid to open your mouth, and you're holding in all of this stress, and it's slowly eating away at your gut, okay? It's eating away at your gut, and it's internally destroying you. This is what happens. The other way, so they want to gaslight you, make you crazy. They also will get you to a point where you're going to shrinks or psychiatrists or something like that, where they're going to start putting you on pills. All right. Now you're taking medications when you never really needed the medication, because the narcissist is the one who's toxic, right? But they're going to make you think that you have the problem. So now you're depressed, you're anxious, you're going to therapist, and they're putting you on medications, because a lot of these therapists love to give you medications. Medications, they're good and they're not good, all right? In some cases, they could help people, but in some cases, people don't need it and they cause other problems, all right? I know all about medications, having dealt with it, with my autistic son, and some of them are the devil. Some of these medications are the devil, all right? So, but this is what these narcissists could get you to a point yourself of being dependent on medications. Not only that, they could get you to a point where you start drinking. Like I said before, pill popping. Some people are smoking weed to ease their anxiety, their stress, all right? So now you've created a bad habit, right? All of this is not good for your body. And this is going to slowly deteriorate your health, all right? All of this stress could cause other addictions and could deteriorate your health. So they're slowly getting you into a spiral where they're slowly killing you by stressing you out. And this is all going to spiral you down to other things and, cause you to get sick and slowly kill you, all right? A lot of them want to drive you mentally insane. Some of them will even say, they'll try to admit you into a mental hospital. I've seen people try to do that. I've seen the narcissists try to get people admitted into a mental hospital that didn't need to be admitted into a mental hospital as proof and validation that the narcissist was right. They would want to put you in a mental hospital so that they could feel better about themselves, that they were right and you were the crazy nut. All right. So you guys, you got to be careful with these people. They will set you up. They will set you up. All right. Not today, Satan, because I see you for exactly who you are. You are a trickster, you're a liar, you're a deceiver, and you're a gaslighter. And I distance myself from that, all right? They want to drive you mentally insane so that they don't have to take accountability. And again, it validates them to think that, oh, I was right. Look, you're mentally insane, all right? They want you to suffer because they got tired of you. You have challenged them. You have made them unhappy. And they've got to take out their pain on somebody. It's like my other podcast that I did a day or two ago where I talked about how they've got to take it out on somebody. They always got to find a scapegoat, somebody to take it out on. And so all of their pain and their suffering inside themselves has to be taken out, let out, and put on you. You're the punching bag of the narcissist. And this is what victims endure. All of this abuse, all right? They will fight with you. They will exhaust you till you finally give up, but your body is going to break down. They will also abandon you when you're sick. When you're sick, the narcissist may leave you at the hospital if they even show up. You're going to be alone at that hospital. All right. They're going to disappear for a while. Then when you start to feel better, then they start coming around. They don't want to be around because they don't want to help. These people don't want to help you. Okay. They'll tell you things like, well, you could call 911. If you have a problem, you could call 911. I actually had a narcissist who said that to me when my son was having, an episode and having a very bad meltdown where they said, well, you could always call 911. All right. How do you like that? You could call 911. Gee, thanks. Thanks for your empathy. All right. So you guys, these people, they're cruel to the bone. That's why we say they're demonic. They're demonic. They have no empathy. They have no heart. They're dead inside, and they're angry people. They're angry people that want to take it out on you, all right? But when you get angry, then all of a sudden they want to point the finger and call you the narcissist, all right? It's like you're not allowed to have emotions and feelings. You're not allowed to get upset because then right away they're going to point the finger and go, oh, you're such an angry person. You're such an angry person. See, they just love it. They love when you react so they could call you angry, all right? Meanwhile, they're the ones who drove you to be angry with all their lies, their gaslighting, their little mind tricks and mind games, all right? So it's like this. They're going to exhaust you, fatigue you from arguing, from all the gaslighting and the brain fog, trying to figure out all their crazy ass stories that they tell you. What's truth? What's not truth? A lot of people are sitting there Googling what the narcissist said or did, trying to figure out, are they telling them the truth? All right. If you find yourself Googling something that somebody does, you know that you're dealing with a person that is a trickster, a deceiver. If you have to Google what somebody does, then you know you're dealing with a deceptive person. You're not dealing with a transparent person, okay? So recognize why you're doing that. Then you know right off the bat they're dirty, all right? They're dirty. They're not being upfront with you, all right? And it's getting you to a point where you're sitting there doing research, okay? You're not dealing with a straight up person, okay? Boot them to the curb, all right? So like I said before, they may cause you to drink, start popping pills, give you stress and anxiety. They'll give you thyroid problems, loss of hair. Like I said, people may get migraines. Somebody mentioned they got shingles, autoimmune diseases. Another way, okay, this is not really related to this podcast, but I'm going to throw it in. Another way the narcissist could try to, how they want to kill you is they could poison your food, all right? Da-da. Poison your food, right, you guys, all right? We've seen this on Dateline, 48 Hours. Poison your food, all right? When they don't kill you with the stress, they may try to kill you other ways too. So, you guys, it's like this. Nothing good comes out of being with a narcissist. The narcissist wants to kill you because they got to take out all their anger and all their frustration out on somebody, and you become the target of their hatred, all right? Deep down, they hate themselves, but they've got to take it out on somebody else, and that, unfortunately, is you. The person that ends up closest to the narcissist will be the one who becomes the narcissist's punching bag, all right? So get away from them. Nothing good comes out of it. People don't realize this till later on, that they have all these health issues too. You may not even realize it, you guys, when you're with the narcissist, that they are slowly destroying your body. You may not realize it till you end up leaving and you see, all these, you end up going to doctors to take care of yourself, and you see like, oh my gosh, my blood pressure is high. Some people may have heart attacks, all these different things, all right? The other reason that I wanted to bring up why narcissists may want to try to kill you is they're after your money, okay? You may have a narcissist who doesn't want to get a divorce because they don't want to have to split their money or split their assets. So what they're going to do is they're going to stress you the fuck out, so in hopes that you'll get a heart attack so that they could take everything, the house, the kids, the money, the assets. So what do? They're going to torture you with stress, okay? Tell you, you did this wrong, you did that wrong. They love to, and this is how they're going to torture you. They're just going to work you to death, fight with you all the time, gaslight you, devalue you, always put you in a pit of depression till you drop dead of a heart attack from all of this abuse, all right? From a heart attack, stroke, cancer, autoimmune diseases, all from the badgering narcissist who's raising your cortisol levels up till your body's immune system just finally breaks down. You guys, it's time to get out. It's time to get out and save your life, all right? It's time to get out and save your life before it's too late, all right? Before you really do have serious physical health issues, all right? So I hope that helps you. If it does, hit the subscribe button, share the video, share the podcast. If you're looking for confidential one-on-one phone coaching, check out the link in the bio at askyaz.wixsite.com/thegameexposed. I have limited time, limited availability, but if you're confused, please book ahead and you don't know if you're dealing with a narcissist, what type of narcissist they are, and you need clarity, check out that link in my bio, okay? Also, check out my TikTok, that's my new thing, my TikTok at The Game Exposed. Facebook and Instagram is The Game EXP123, and have a great day, you guys.